They've gotten their numbers and stretched their legs and are clearly ready to race. But it's clearly not a time and place where you'd expect that to happen. 1:15 in the morning at a subway in the Spanish city of Barcelona. More than 5,000 people reportedly applied to be able to do this. Around 250 of them were selected by a lottery, and one by one, at intervals of 20 seconds, they took off on an underground course stretching 3.2 miles long. Why? Couple reasons. One is that this marked 100 years since the Barcelona metro opened to the public. The other was to raise money through participating and through donations to fight the motor neuron disease ALS. People described the tunnel as a bit scary, with narrow sections, uneven surfaces and obstacles, and as a place where it's more difficult to breathe. They also said it was a unique opportunity and an amazing experience. Hi, I'm Azuz, and this is The World from A to Z, your nonpartisan source for news and global events. Veterans Day is in focus this November 11th, but we want to get you up to speed first on a deal that could end the ongoing U.S. government shutdown, the longest there's ever been. There's a piece of legislation that would reopen the government at its current levels of funding. It's supported by most Republicans in Congress and opposed by most Democrats. The reason? Democrats have pushed for lawmakers to extend certain health care benefits before the government reopens. Republicans have pushed for those to be negotiated after the government reopens. What ended the standoff in the Senate was a compromise. Republicans, who control both chambers, promised to hold a future vote on health care benefits. They also agreed to push the Trump administration to rehire thousands of government workers who were fired during the shutdown and to avoid any mass federal layoffs in the months ahead. Some Republicans don't like the compromise. They want to reduce some of the government spending it'll require. Some Democrats don't like the compromise. They think a Senate vote on health care benefits won't go far enough. But if the new legislation is passed, it'll mean federal workers sent home without pay will get back pay, everything they would have normally earned. Low-income Americans who get government money for food will receive their full benefits. And air traffic controllers and TSA agents will resume getting paychecks with back pay. What happens next? The House of Representatives has to vote to accept the new legislation. That could happen Wednesday. And then President Donald Trump has to sign it. But it's possible the shutdown could be over by the end of the week.
Word of knowledge. In the U.S., the Veterans Day holiday was originally known by what name? Decoration Day, Remembrance Day, Armistice Day, Memorial Day. It was in November of 1919 that President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed the nation's first Armistice Day.
In the United States, Veterans Day falls on November 11th every year, though it's sometimes observed on different days so federal employees can have a long weekend. It started as a remembrance of November 11th, 1918, at the close of World War I. Back then it was called the Great War. Because of advanced weaponry, widespread death and destruction, and unique elements like trench warfare, the world had never seen a conflict like it. It was on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month that the armistice took effect that ended more than 4 years of fighting. So November 11th was originally known as Armistice Day, and people chose to commemorate that over the Treaty of Versailles that officially ended World War I the following June. Though it was also known as the War to End All Wars, it didn't make that achievement. It was followed 20 years later by World War II, the largest and deadliest conflict in history, and 5 years after that ended, the Korean War began. In the 1950s, the U.S. government decided to expand Armistice Day to include the veterans of other wars. The name was changed to Veterans Day, and now, whether they served in wartime or peacetime, all veterans of the U.S. Armed Forces are honored by the holiday. We join the nation in thanking our servicemen and women and their families for the sacrifices you've made.
This is a training session on the proper method of unfolding and refolding a flag. My name is Henry Sowell. I spent 24 years in the United States Navy. I'm a retired school teacher also. I taught civics. Not everybody that passes away receives a flag. So it is an honor to receive that flag. It's an honor that your country is bestowing on you. The first time I had to fold a flag at a service, I thought I was going to get sick on the stomach. I mean, I was a bundle of nerves. And then you start folding, there's nobody there but you and the other person on the end of that flag. Now, as he steps forward, he pulls back on the flag to keep it tight. He has two jobs, fold and to keep it tight. The other person just has one job, and that's to hold while they're folding. A perfect flag by military standards is a 1-3-5, where you have one star at the top in the triangle, 3 in the middle, and 5 at the bottom. Now he's going to do what they call a swipe off, where he brushes her off. He will turn the flag. He will trace both sides to make sure that he has the best possible point that he can have. Now he will step back, salute. It's a 9-second salute. He will drop his salute. He will do an about face. He marches off. Now Judy will rotate the flag and present it to the person receiving the flag. On behalf of the President of the United States, the Department of the Army, and a grateful nation, please accept this flag as a symbol of your loved one's honorable and faithful service to their country.
These schools all came from the Request a Shoutout link at worldatozorg. First, to Sioux City, Iowa. That's where Mr. Spence's class is watching from North Middle School. It's the home of the Patriots. Next, we're going to the Dogs, the Bulldogs of Lovell Middle School in Lovell, Wyoming. Hello to Mr. Dirtshy's class. And how about the Bulldogs of Crestview, Florida? Miss Jackson's class. We see you at Crestview High School.
What day is it?
In addition to Veterans Day, November 11th is World Origami Day, a celebration of the art of folding paper into objects, shapes, and designs that resemble animals. It also recognizes how origami can be applied to mathematics and technology.
Like something out of a nightmare, researchers say they've discovered what could be the world's largest spider web buried deep inside a cave in Europe. The startling discovery was chronicled in a paper published in the journal Subterranean Biology. Scientists say the massive web was found roughly 160 feet from the entrance of a sulfur cave on the Albania-Greece border. It spanned some 1,000 square feet along the cave's walls and ceiling, and if that wasn't creepy enough, it was populated with what the team estimated was some 110,000 live spiders of 2 different species. According to Live Science, the incredible web is one of the largest ever documented and could be the world's biggest.
A logo windbreaker. A Fridays are awesome sling bag with everybody's favorite hairline. These are ways to show you've got spirit, yeah, for the world from A to Z. Check out our new merch store at worldatozorg/store, or just scroll down on our website and click Shop Our Merch Store. It means the world to have you wearing the world from A to Z.
Where in the world? Most people who travel here only do so between November and March. One major route starts in South America and sails through the Drake Passage, a deep and dangerous waterway. This is the windiest, driest, and coldest continent on Earth. This is Antarctica, where 98% of the land is covered by ice.
It made for one cold tea time, but thankfully they had the good sense not to play with white golf balls. In Antarctica on Sunday, with the temperature at a bracing 5 degrees Fahrenheit, a group of intrepid players took swings in a game of clock golf. It's played from tees placed around a central hole like the hour positions around the center of a clock. And the fact that it's timed kept competitors moving as they battled wind, uneven ice, and, well, Antarctica. For most people, the course itself is out of bounds. There is no green, conditions are always rough, with variable winds there's no fair way to drive a clean chip shot, and the frost will bite if you get a hole in one of your sleeves. But if you're a hothead when it comes to golf and think you can smoke a course with no trees or bunkers, this is one club as cool as it is exclusive. I'm Azuz, that's the world from A to Z, and it means the world to have you watching.